a video on making some pear flavoured syrup stroke pear honey. So I've been poaching pears and I was kind of thinking I was just going to throw the pear peelings away, but as I've got some spare syrup and I've got these peelings, let's make a pear flavoured syrup so we don't actually waste the peelings from the pears. But it wouldn't be wasting them putting them on a compost heap because then it would go in the garden and feed the garden. But there is some flavour in these. Very taste. So there is some flavour in there. So let's see if we can extract that flavour and make a bit of a pear flavoured syrup. I've also got the cores as well, haven't we? So we've got the cores as well. So maybe there'll be more. Let's have a taste of the core. Okay, so are we going to do both? No, because you might just have the pear peelings. Let's see how it turns out. Let's see how it turns out. So, a good amount of peelings. I'm tempted to use those pear bits, but I don't want to, because that would just be like buying a pear and turn it into a pear syrup, and that's not what I want to do. What I want to do is I want to utilise these pear peelings that I've got and this little bit of syrup that I've got left. So the syrup is it's about 1-to-1 ratio. Maybe it's got a little bit more sugar in, but not much more. And then it's just a simple case of bringing the syrup up to the boil with these pear peelings in, which, do you know, I mean, it kind of looks ridiculous, doesn't it? It looks like either a completely mad scientist or me being really kind of quite cheap and trying to get something for nothing. But anyway, so when I poach the pears, the pear syrup, the flavour that the syrup takes on it's delicious, and it makes a really nice cocktail. So I just kind of thought, can we utilise these peelings? This is why I'm going to start rambling. So I did do a video on making some fake honey. I didn't intend to make some fake honey, but it just so happened that it worked out. So it was I crystallised some honeydew melon skin, and I noticed that I'd seen a video on someone making some fake honey, and quite recently to the time, and I noticed that the syrup tasted really nice, and because of its honeydew flavour, the honeydew skins impart flavour into the syrup, and it tasted a little bit like honey. And I'm presuming that's why, because honeydew melons are kind of quite floral, that's why they're called honeydew, I'm guessing, maybe. So, and then I added some. We're in the middle of summer, middle of spring, so there was kind of lots of flowers about, so I put some flowers in it as well, some petals for some flowers, and that kind of infused more kind of flavour to it, and it was delicious. And I kind of thought, well, if that's what fake honey tastes like, then that's certainly worth buying, if you were vegan or anything like that. So let's we'll taste now, and then we'll bring it to boil, and I think we'll infuse, and then we'll just leave it to go cold, and then we'll strain it off. I picked up a little bit of flavour. I'll put some more in. It is just the peelings. It was destined for the compost heap, but there's a few little bits of lemon in there, and a few bits of lemon pips. Or are the lemon seeds? I don't know. So, right, up to the boil, lid on, and then I'll have to go cold overnight. I think by the best bet. You don't need to see me bring it up to the boil. I've waffled far too much. We'll see what it's like in the morning. Right, it's been cooling overnight, let's have a taste of this. It might need some more sugar. It will need some more sugar if we're going to turn it into like a honey. You know, that adds a different... It doesn't taste of pear. let's start out with that. It doesn't taste of pear, but it has got a nice flavour to it. So we can't make a pear syrup out of, or pear syrup stroke honey out of pear peelings. It probably would have been better using the cores that I'd pulled out. So that's another video, isn't it? See if that works. I'm not going to root through those cores, am I? They're not bad, are they? Not bad. Let's do that. Let's pull those out. Put in the cores that we've got. They haven't started to go too brown. It's quite cool in the house at the moment, so they're not brown. So let's do that, and then I'm not making another video where I keep waffling on. So we can just do it in one fell swoop, can't we? Yes. So we'll strain that out. Put the cores in. Bring it up to the boil. Leave it for 12 hours to infuse, and then we'll see what it tastes like after that. Right, let's have a taste of this. How does it smell first? Yeah, it smells of pears. It smells of pears. It tastes more of pears now as well. So let's strain that, bring it up to a boil, and then we'll add some sugar to it, and we'll thicken it up and see how it. Forgot to do something. Yeah, so we'll add some more sugar, and we'll see how it tastes. Syrup is boiling. There's about 600 millilitres, 600 grams, so I'm going to add 300 grams worth of just granulated sugar. Stuff you put in your coffee. And we'll see what happens. It'll sweeten it up and it'll turn it into more of a syrup. It probably needs, to get the right kind of consistency, it probably needs to be another 300 grams in there. So the syrup was like a 1-to-1-ish, but the pears will have in part given some of their liquid. Well, there'll be some liquid come out of the pear cores. That's nice. That's nice. As the syrup goes, it's slightly. Oh, I've got an itchy nose. I'm almost going to want to sneeze. So. That's quite sweet, is that? Could do with a bit of, from a taste point of view, could do with a bit of acidity in it from a bit of lemon. But I'm not going to do that. Let's just bring it to the boil, and then we'll have a see. We have got some citric acid. So there's always danger that when you're making syrups that they're going to crystallise when they go cold. I can't remember why it happens. So a little bit of citric acid instead of lemon. I don't want to cut into a lemon, so I'm just going to add a little bit of acid to it, and then that'll stop the crystallisation process. I don't know. I can't remember. It's a while since I went to college, to say the least. And we did learn about sugar techniques. So it's just got a background flavour of pears. It's just got that background flavour. So we can't use the. It's going to be a thick enough syrup. Probably needs a bit more. I don't want to make it too thick. So we can't use the peel, as it doesn't really taste of pears, but we can use the cores to make a pear flavoured syrup. And if we're going to make a syrup to use in something, why wouldn't we infuse some free flavour in it? I suppose that's kind of it. That's kind of what I'm getting at. It's giving it a better colour. It's giving it a background flavour. It's even nicer now. It's boiled a bit. So if it was in the summertime or in the spring and there was some edible flowers, we could infuse those edible flowers into it and we could make a pear honey or a pear syrup, and that would be very nice. So yeah, if we've got something for free and we're going to make a syrup, then why not use the essentially waste from the pears to infuse a bit of extra flavour in something. But there we go. Have I got anything else to add? No, I don't think so. I think yeah, that works. That's a success.